Chapter 1. The Call from the Dead. It was a little past midnight when my phone rang. The sound was so sudden, so sharp, that it yanked me out of that half-dream state between sleep and waking. For a few seconds, I just lay there, staring at the ceiling, trying to understand what I'd heard. Then it rang again. My phone was on the nightstand, the screen glowing in the dark. The name on it made my heart stop. Mom. At first, I thought I was seeing things, maybe a saved contact glitch, some weird software bug. But no. It was there, perfectly clear, like she was calling from the next room. Only she wasn't. She'd been gone for almost 2 years. The ringing continued, slow, heavy, echoing through the room. Something about the tone felt wrong. Like it wasn't my normal ringtone anymore. It was distorted, too deep, too slow, as if someone was playing it underwater. My hand hovered over the phone, but I couldn't bring myself to touch it. I just stared, frozen, while it rang again and again until finally, it stopped. Silence filled the room. The kind that doesn't feel empty, but watchful. Then came the soft buzz of a new voicemail. A little red dot appeared on my screen. One new message. I hesitated. Every part of me screamed, don't listen to it. But curiosity has a way of sounding like reason when you're scared. I tapped play. The recording began with static, loud, crackling, the kind that scrapes against your nerves. Then, through the noise, I heard breathing. Soft, shallow, uneven. And then a voice. Don't go to the house. It was my mom. There's a sound the human body makes when the brain can't accept what it's hearing, a mix between a gasp and a choke. That's what came out of me. Her voice was quiet, trembling, like she was whispering through tears. Please don't go to the house. The message ended with a sharp click, like someone hanging up an old rotary phone. For a long time, I didn't move. The glow from the screen was the only light in the room. It flickered once, and I swear I felt the air shift, like someone had just exhaled beside me. Finally, I locked the phone and threw it face down on the bed. I told myself it was just a recording glitch, maybe an old voicemail that somehow reappeared. But deep down, I knew my mother never left me a message like that. When I checked the call log, there was nothing. No missed calls. No voicemail. No trace of what I'd just heard. The timestamp, though, that was there. 12:04 a.m. Exactly the time I'd heard the phone ring. I lay back down, heart racing, and tried to convince myself it was over. But sleep wouldn't come. Every little sound, the hum of the refrigerator, the creak of the floor, sounded louder, closer. Like the house itself was listening. Eventually, I reached for my phone again, just to prove to myself it had been real. The screen lit up, bright and harmless. No new calls. But there was a new file in my downloads folder. An audio clip. The name was simple, Home. M4A. My stomach dropped. I hadn't downloaded anything. My hands were shaking as I opened it. The clip was short, maybe 10 seconds. At first, all I heard was static, like the voicemail. Then, faintly, something else. Footsteps. Soft. Measured. And a voice, far away, barely audible. You should NT have answered. I slammed the phone down and stumbled out of bed, flipping on every light in the room. The silence that followed was unbearable, heavy, like something waiting just outside my vision. I stood there, listening. Nothing. But I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone. I unplugged my phone and shoved it into a drawer, then sat on the floor with my back against the wall, waiting for the first light of morning. When dawn finally came, I pulled the phone out again. The file was gone. Not deleted, gone. No trace, no metadata. But the call history showed something new. A single entry, from 12:04 a.m. The contact name was empty. Only a number remained. Chapter 2. Echoes. In the line. Morning came gray and heavy. The kind of morning where even the sunlight feels cold. I hadn't slept. Not even for a minute. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard her voice again, that whisper through the static. Don't go to the house. And the other one. You should have answered. I made coffee just to keep my hands busy. Every small sound, the drip of the machine, the click of the fridge, made me flinch. It felt like the house was breathing around me. When my phone finally buzzed, I nearly dropped it. A text. From my brother, Daniel. Daniel. Hey, did you get a call last night? My heart skipped. I hesitated before replying. Me. What kind of call? Daniel. From Mom. For a few seconds, I just stared at the message. The air around me felt colder. Me. Daniel. That's not funny. Daniel. I am not joking. He sent a screenshot, a missed call from Mom, 12:04 a.m. The exact same time as mine. Daniel. She left me a voicemail too. But I deleted it. It sounded wrong. Me. Wrong how? Daniel. Like she was calling from under the floor. I didn't know what to say. We hadn't talked about our mother in months. Not since the fire. Not since we buried her. Me. Daniel, don't listen to it again. Daniel, I already did. Then his typing indicator appeared for a moment, then stopped. And he didn't respond again. That evening, I tried to distract myself. Turned on the TV, music, anything to fill the silence. But every sound felt off, like the pitch was slightly wrong. Voices on commercials dragged too slow. The music distorted when I turned my head. And in the faint hum of the speakers, I thought I heard breathing. I turned everything off. The house fell silent again. Then my phone lit up. Voicemail. One new message. No missed call. No notification before. Just a new voicemail. My hand shook as I hit play. Static, again, thicker this time. Then, faintly, my name. Eli. I froze. It wasn't my mother's voice anymore. It was deeper. Broken. He's coming. Then, a second voice, hers this time, whispering beneath it. I couldn't make out the words, but it sounded like she was arguing, begging. Then, click. The line went dead. I stared at my phone for a long time until I noticed something strange. The timestamp said the voicemail was recorded before I received it. 10:41 p.m. But it was only 10:17. It was like I'd gotten it from the future. The thought made my stomach twist. I locked my phone and threw it on the couch, telling myself I needed sleep. I never made it to bed. At 10:41 exactly, my phone rang. The same distorted tone. The same name, Mom. I let it ring once, twice, then, almost against my will, I answered. Hello? For a moment, only static. Then a faint echo, like someone repeating my words a half second later. Hello. My heart pounded. Who is this? The echo spoke again. Who is this? But then, the timing changed. The echo spoke first. Don't say it. I froze. Mom? There was a breath, long, ragged, close to the microphone. Then, softly, he can hear you. Click. Silence. I stood there, the phone pressed to my ear, listening to nothing. But I swear I heard something else, faint, distant, from the other end. A sound like footsteps. And breathing. Slow. Steady. Not mine. I didn't sleep that night either. Instead, I sat in the living room with every light on, waiting for morning. Every hour or so, I checked the call log. Each time, the number at the top changed slightly, one digit off, then two. Like something trying to find me. At 3:07 a.m., my phone vibrated again. A text. No name, no number. Just a message. You listened. Before I could react, another came. Now it's his turn. I didn't understand what that meant, not until the next morning, when I got a call from an unknown number. I answered immediately. A police officer's voice came through. Is this Eli Turner? Yes. This is Officer Green, County PD. I am afraid there's been an accident. My stomach dropped. It's your brother, the officer said quietly. We found his car near the old house. Burned out. He wasn't inside. The line went quiet. I couldn't breathe. Sir? The officer said again. But I barely heard him. Because on the other line, under his voice, I heard something faint. A whisper. Eli, don't go to the house. I hung up. The screen went black. For a second, my reflection stared back at me, pale, shaking, terrified. Then, for just a heartbeat, another reflection appeared beside mine. Dark, faceless. And I heard breathing. Not from me. Not from the phone. But from behind the screen. And then it was gone. Chapter 3. The house that burned. The old house stood at the edge of the woods, swallowed by vines and silence. Even after all these years, the air still smelled faintly of smoke. Daniel's car was parked by the gate, door open, keys still inside. On the seat lay his phone. Screen cracked. Recording. I pressed play. Static. Then my brother's whisper. I heard her. She's inside. A pause. Then our mother's trembling voice. Don't come in. The clip ended with a faint, broken sob and something else, a low hum, almost like breathing through the walls. The front door opened before I touched it. Inside smelled of ash and rain. Every step echoed like the house remembered me. This was where it happened. Where she died. Where the fire began. The living room was a skeleton of what it once was. Blackened walls, burnt furniture, silence thick as tar. And in the corner, somehow untouched by time, sat the old landline phone. It rang. The sound was distant at first, then sharp and alive, cutting through the smoke. I lifted the receiver. Hello? Static. Then my own voice, recorded, warped but unmistakably mine. Don't go to the house. My pulse froze. It was me, saying the same words my mother had said in the first voicemail. Please don't go to the house. The static twisted into a shriek. Then, her voice again. He's here. Mom? I whispered. Behind you. I turned. At the end of the hallway stood a shape. Human, but wrong, too tall, too thin, flickering like bad reception. The phone in my hand hissed. Her voice, fading now, whispered, don't let him answer. The figure tilted its head. And then, in her same voice, it spoke, you already did. The lights went out. The call dropped. When I opened my eyes again, daylight was spilling through the holes in the roof. The house was silent. Empty. My phone lay beside me, screen cracked, recording still on. The file name, home. M4A, 3, I pressed play. My own voice whispered back, don't go to the house. I dropped the phone. It landed in the ash, replaying the same line again and again, as if it were trying to warn the next person. Outside, the dirt showed two sets of footprints. One leading in. One leading out. Bare. They found Daniel's phone later. The last thing on it was a short clip, static and my voice, distorted. You should NT have answered. That was the last anyone heard from him. Sometimes, late at night, my phone still rings. The same tone. The same name. Mom. And I never answer. Because now I know, some calls don't come from the dead. They come for the living.